Hi everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about I'm just going to be giving a case study of someone who already succeeded in moving abroad to study nursing, accelerated nursing program in the US. So like I mentioned in my last live or in my videos, I usually, like when I was in the UK, I usually ask my colleagues how they managed to move to the UK, or anybody I come across that I know that maybe did not move the way I did. Usually I ask questions like, how did you do it? How did it work? Or maybe my colleagues as well that have stayed in the UK for a long time or the US for a long time. Usually I ask them how their relatives migrated to the US and all of that. So recently a colleague of mine, a nurse colleague, told me about the relative that is studying in one of the schools in Texas here. And I asked her how she did it because she's studying accelerated nursing course in University of Texas Medical Branch, so they call it UTMB. So I now say, how did she do it? Like accelerated nursing course, it's going to take her 16 months to graduate. So let's say a year, it's not even a year and 6 months, right? A year and 4 months. So she told me about it's just the same. It's basically almost the same like those that go to the UK to study MSc nursing pre-registration. So for her, what she did was she already graduated from a degree program in Nigeria. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. Let me see. Let me see what's going on. Am I even here? What's going on? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, so yeah, so I'm just trying to like see what's going on here. So what she did exactly was she already graduated from a school in Nigeria. Okay, she already graduated from a school in Nigeria and she already has her BSc. So she also moved to the UK and studied economics, masters. So, oh God. Okay, so she already studied MSc in economics. It's not even so sometimes maybe I see economics is not really is it like it's not like a science course fully like that, right? So but then what she did was she now applied to this school, University of Texas Medical Branch. It's called if you can Google this as we are doing this, right? So she got admitted into University of Texas, and then she now presented all her degrees and the transcripts, and what they did was to look through the courses that she has done in the past, like in the US they call it prerequisites, right? So they look through maybe her math or everything that she has done before, and then they had to remove some courses for her. They gave her credits for some of the courses that she already did, and then offered her that admission for 16 a month. So after 16 months, she's going to be after 16 months, she will be qualified to write the NCLEX, which is the qualifying exam for nurses in the US. So she will be able to go for that exam, and if she passes, she'll become a US RN. So I thought that was really, really clever and interesting, because sometimes we think that maybe studying in the United States is far-fetched. It just has to do with the kind of information that you have, and then if you have the right one, the right information as well, not just having the information but having the right one. So that gave me like the courage that this actually works, because sometimes maybe when you are applying, you think maybe all the courses, the programs that you have done in the past, they are not going to be accepted. So what I see people do is that no matter their degrees, they will just go for full bachelor's degree, they will apply as if like they are applying afresh, maybe with only their secondary school, so that they will be accepted. But no. So what the first thing I'm going to say here is that whatever degrees, whatever programs that you have done, even if you feel like it's not a science course, even if you feel like, oh, maybe they are not going to accept it, first of all, just show them everything you have. And then maybe you got a 2-2, or maybe you feel like you got a third class or something like that. They usually look through course by course to see what you got. Maybe, I know that definitely if you have very good results, it will make a lot of difference, right? But don't think that, oh, maybe it's not really science or something. You must have done maybe mathematics and some other courses that are acceptable here in the US, and they are going to put that into consideration. Thank you guys for joining me. So I'm just giving a case study of someone I have seen that this actually worked for. Okay, so if just in case we have someone here on this channel that has the same background and wants to see if this kind of thing works, so that is the reason why I decided to share this with us today. So this worked, and I will also say that this particular thing also worked for me as well, because I'm doing a course here in the US, and what I am paying for that course is like, I don't even know whether it's up to half of what the other people that are doing the same course. I'm not even sure whether it's is up to half of what they are paying. And the reason is because I presented all the courses that I have done in the past with them. I presented all my degree program, my additional degrees that I've done in Nigeria, and all of that, and they were able to give me credits or like based on my previous program. So I had to submit my transcripts and everything, and then they considered everything and then gave me they reduced both my school fees and reduced the number of months it will take me to complete the program. So which is really, really interesting. And sometimes people are scared that, oh, maybe I studied in Nigeria, I studied in Ghana or Kenya, maybe my own my own school, maybe I won't be able to understand what they are saying because maybe they are removing some courses. That's not the truth. I also had that insecurity when I started this course. Like, I remember the first assignment I submitted, I was like, these people, maybe my assignment is not going to be like their own. But when I read through their own, their submission, like what my colleagues were submitting, I was like, okay. And that gave me this confidence to like continue my course. I'm sorry guys about the lighting and everything. I mean, this is one of my first live. I'm trying to figure the whole thing out. But then just take the information, right? So if you are in the midst of if you're trying to start studying in the US, or you have that that dream of moving to the US to study, and you are worried about how to get admission, these are the options that you have. Again, what people are worried about again is like raising the fund. How much is she paying? For example, this particular person I'm talking about that got this admission for accelerated nursing course, I can say you can also use this use these tips that I'm sharing here for other courses that you're going to be doing, right? For other courses in the US. So funding, it can be, obviously the first one is if you have the money to fund it, and then the travel and everything, like the visa and everything, that's obviously the first one. Another way that people are doing it as well is to get a loan from international companies. So if you have heard about the Empower financing, many people are having success with them. Once you get admission, the first step is to gain admission. So once you gain admission, then you can apply to them and see if they will fund your studies. Okay, so but if you already have a degree and you find a course that is very short, so you are just looking at a 1 year program, so no matter the cost of that program, you already have an idea, or 1 year plus. That is, I'm using the nursing program as an example, right? So what they do is that once you have gotten the admission, yes, and they look at your course and see that it has you have the potential to get employed. So I think they consider all those things before they offer you the loan. So for nurses, I know you will not have, I'm almost very sure that you will not have any problem with getting a job like that. just like when you compare to other courses, right? So I know that's why people go for this. And how you can increase your chances if you're doing any other course like engineering, IT, and all of that, is to look at the schools that the Empower Financing are already collaborating with. They have so many nursing schools in their list. So they have a list of almost 400 plus universities in the US and in Canada that they work with. So if you are looking to study in the US or in Canada, instead of just going to find schools randomly, and then when you get admission you find out that they did not partner with the school, I think the first step is to go to their website, go to their list, and then apply to those schools that they already partner with, so that when you get admission and your own personal funds or family funds, or maybe you are not able to get a scholarship, because so many of those schools, they also have offer scholarship, merit based, need based, the case may be, they offer those scholarships. So if you're not able to get those, then you also have that option of going through the Empower Financing. And if it is nursing or other courses that you know that people easily get jobs abroad, then you may be successful in getting their loan. Another thing is that I try to research schools, because a lot of people come to ask me on Instagram and all of that how they can get admission into nursing schools in the US and all of that. I found out that this particular company, they've partnered with a lot of nursing schools as well. Interesting one that I know personally, like this Texas A&M is in their list. And there's another school as well that they have that I hear about a lot here in Texas, Texas Tech University Health Sciences. So a lot of people that I've worked with graduated from this school, and they rate the school highly, okay? So I think it's one of the best schools for international students. But when I see people that come on here to ask me about studying nursing in the US, I believe that they don't know about some of these schools, because even if it is John Hopkins, I know that one is the popular one, they also partnered with them. But I was going through the John Hopkins school, and I feel like maybe their school fees and the application is a little bit different, because I looked through this other school, Texas Tech University. I noticed that if you studied in Nigeria and some other, let me see the countries here. So if you studied in, you don't need IELTS, you don't need to provide English proficiency if you're studying in their school. That's why I'm using them as an example today as well. But for this case, the girl's case that I already explained, the school for her is Texas State University of Texas Medical Branch, UTMB, that's what they call it. So, but this one that I know is part of this Empower Financing is Texas Tech University. So for this, they have like Barbados, Bahamas, Nigeria, New Zealand, Jamaica, Liberia, Ghana. They have Ghana as well. Let me see if they have Kenya, because I know I have people from Kenya ask the same. They have from Zimbabwe. So if you are from South Africa, St. Lucia, then you don't need, you are exempted from their English proficiency, which is really cool. So a lot of people, a lot of schools that are requesting that you have to provide English proficiency, I know it's usually one of the things that make people to decide not to apply. So for them, for this particular school, what you need is that they need your transcript. That is, if you already have a degree, and this example is just for nurses, right? So if you want to study other courses as well, the first step I said is to go through their own list and make sure you're applying to schools that they already partner with, so that you increase your chances of getting in. When you eventually get the admission, funds will not be like an issue for you. So if you're from any of these countries and you're applying to this particular school, what they need is your transcript and the proof of payment. And then the proof of payment, for, of course, they said proof of financial support, like if someone is paying for you, or you're paying for yourself, or you're getting a loan, they need all the documentation from that, okay? So first of all, I would say you will go through their website. If it is this particular one that you also want to go to, let me know in the comment section. I can post the link after this live. But the interesting thing is that they don't need IELTS or English proficiency. If you're able to get other things, then you are covered. So those are some of the ways, and this actually works. I feel like a lot of us from back home do not know that this one exists, and that's why I did not wait till I make a video talking about how someone can actually study nursing, accelerated nursing program in the US, before I post this. So if you found value in this, let me know in the comment section if you want me to make a separate video to talk about this. But this is basically it. I don't need to like talk so much before we understand. This is just basically how someone can make this work. Just pick a course that you feel like that is what you want to study in the US. And then to pick a school, they have a lot of schools in the US, private schools, state schools, and all of that. Then pick a school that offer that course. But I would say because of the funds involved, you can go through any of these companies that offer international loans. They already have schools that they partner with. Apply to the schools they have. They have lots and lots of options. Apply to the schools that they have on their list. When you get admission in that school, first of all, see if it is something that you can afford. See if they have scholarships already. See if they have both merit-based or they have need-based. Then apply to those ones first. And then you can now, if you are unable to get any of those, then you can also apply for the loan for international students. The good thing about their own is that you don't need someone to sign for you or anything. And once they see that your course is a course that has the high potential of you'll be able to get employed after school, they will be able to offer you the loan, I believe. So this is basically what I encourage people to do, people around me to do, so that you will not be discouraged, or you will not be discouraged by like not having the finances or anything, or maybe someone not sponsoring you and all of that. Basically, you explore those options before a loan, but then you have an option. If I were to start my process again of moving abroad without the job route and all of that, this is definitely the way to go, so that you make the process easy for you. I'll definitely go for this accelerated nursing course. Another thing that people will want to someone will be worried about is whether you can move with your family. Yes, if you are studying in the US, you can move with your family. The only problem there is that your dependents will not be able to work. So that's the worry for many people. So going for like a shorter program, going for programs that you get a job when you finish, is actually a way to go. This particular process, I believe, works in Canada as well. I've not found an accelerated nursing program for Canada, but this particular company also works with schools in Canada. So if Canada is where you want to go, I'm not sure how they make their nursing like an easier way to get into nursing in Canada, but this company also works with so many schools. So you can start by applying to schools on their list, so you increase your chances of getting into that school, no matter whether you have the money or you don't have the money. So I think this is really, really cool. There is another website, if you have a pen and paper, I'm going to share with you right now, where you can basically find information about international scholarships and financial aid for your courses. It can be grants, it can be scholarship, which is really, really cool. So, and they also offer information about loan providers as well. But some of the loan providers, they usually require cosigners, which many people are not willing to do for people these days. But this particular company I shared with you, they don't require cosigner, which is good. So the website is IEFA.org. That's the website, IEFA.org. So if you go onto their website, they have information about international scholarships and financial aid. So many of these videos that you see online, people talking about how to study online and all of that, and scholarship, usually I believe they find those scholarships here. But on your own, you can do the research on your own. Go on here and find scholarships for yourself. There's a particular company that is always giving like $2,000 dollars. I think it's the same Empower. If you go over there, new international scholarship opportunities, they have like they offer every month, they offer $2,000 to people who already have admission in US or Canada. So there are a lot of information on the website that will help you if you want to move, if you're looking for finances and all of that. So the website, if you're still joining us right now, is iefa.org. A lot of videos that you're seeing that people share about talk about scholarships and all, they get the information here. So you can also research on your own. Don't rely on people telling you things about moving abroad for free and all. You can do this by yourself. So basically, if you're still joining me right now, it's just to share with you a case example of someone sharing with me how the relative ended up in the US for accelerated nursing program. So what she used all her degrees from back home, even though it wasn't really pure sciences, to get admission. She gave it to them and they were able to give her credits, and she will be able to study for 16 months and be qualified to write the NCLEX exam and become a USRN, which I feel is really, really cool. So next person that, I mean, like people around me now that want to move to the US that has that same qualification, I think that's the best bet. It might be a course that you definitely get a job at the end of the day, because some of the challenges that international students have here, that's why you see people having like multiple master's degree, because they are not able to get a job with work visa in the US. But if you are a nurse, there are so many companies that will want to work with you. When you finish, at least you'll be able to get a job with them and all of that faster, or I mean when compared to other people that study other courses. So I think this is really, really cool. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helped someone. To I'll be doing some of this live, okay, that I'll be sharing with you resources that I find here that are helping people. So whenever you see me online, join me, and I believe you hear something that will help you or your family member, because this live, I just intend to do it when I find information that I know will help people in this community. I will just quickly get online and share with you, instead of waiting for the time I will have all the time in the world. As you can see in the background, my daughter is there. So if I keep waiting to make videos, sometimes I'll find these opportunities and I'll just let it go. But this live session would make it a lot easier for me to share these resources. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Yes, Didi, I'm just looking at the chats right now. If you have questions, please let me know. Oh, okay, I'm going to share Raymond. Hi. It's not really centered on nursing program, but I used an example of someone who already did it. Hello, yeah, I know the money. I know if the fund is really like some of the schools I was looking through, I mean the school fees is something else. Yeah, I know the school fees is something else, and that is if you can find ways to Uchenna, I have not found a school that don't require evaluation unless you want to do nursing like from scratch. But if you already have a degree, usually they will ask for evaluation. The one I use for my own evaluation is Spantran. Many schools in the US, they accept it. I feel like it's a cheaper option to West and all these other ones. I mean, you can compare, but they usually ask for evaluation. But the school that I mentioned today, the Texas Tech University, they don't require IELTS. At least that one, the cost for that one is out if you're using that school. Hi, Chidera. Yeah, which other questions do I have here? Yes, hi Chidera. I just joined. I know I already talked about this. I just in today's video I just talked about how someone was able to get into accelerated nursing program in the US. How she did it, she used everything that she already has, her degrees, even though it wasn't pure sciences, but she mentioned all of that, and she was able to get credits. And then she has she did not give her a program, just 16 weeks program in the US here. I think she'll be finishing soon. Any other questions? You can just drop your questions. I can research and then talk about it later. So I just decided to share this instead of waiting to do a full video. How can we get the link for the accelerated nursing course? Yeah, I can share the link for the let me even see if I can share it right now. Why is it my computer? For the Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center, you just need to go over there. How I found it, this particular one that talks about the international application process, just go onto their search and search international students nursing program. Then it will show you a page where, but I can definitely share the link. For the UTMB, you just need to go to their nursing section, and they have a section for international students, so you read everything there. But definitely, if you apply to that school, they will offer you the same. Usually you will not find this information just like that on their website. Just like I already shared, talked about my own experience, I didn't have to find the information on their website. I just talked to their recruiter, like the student advisor, or is it the recruiter, the person that contacted me. I told the person I already have this degree, I already have this advanced degree and all of that. And then because the first school that I applied for, they were just bent on telling me to get my BSc and all of that. So, and then I had that insecurity that my courses will not count. I already have that insecurity that my other courses will not count. But then someone encouraged me to share with them like any other courses that I have done. So when I applied to a different school, I told them that I've done this, I've done that, and all of that. And then they just told me to evaluate it and send to them. And that was how I got like half of my school fees waived already. And then the length of my study reduced as well. So it's the same for this school. Any school you're applying to, just give them all the degrees that you have in the past, and then it will be very, very helpful. Like, it will be very, very helpful. The school fees that you're seeing online will not be the same. The length of the program you're seeing online will not be the same. Thank you guys for joining. I was almost about going out already. Yeah, so it's very, very important. Information is just everything, right? It's just I don't have a way of, let me see if I can log into my YouTube from my computer and then share the link. But I'm on my phone right now. I'm not sure how to get out and then find the link. And then let me see if I can do that. But the school I said this person studied is University of Texas Medical Branch. And then okay, I can find myself. Let's see. Oh well. Okay, so, and the other school that I talked about is University of Texas Tech University. I found that they do not require IELTS for many of our African countries. Ghana, Zimbabwe, Nigeria. So if you're from those countries, at least the cost for that one is reduced for us, but they do require evaluation anyways. So, and like I said, the evaluation service I use is Pantron. I think is a cheaper option, but you can compare They require a course by course. They require a course by course evaluation. Where is the comment section? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to share the link now. I'm able to log in. Good, 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 good. And don't mind my child in the comments section. Where? Okay. So for this school, for the Texas Tech University, the particular page you go and find the information for the international students application process. I'm going to share right now. Oh wow. That's the link I'm going to share right now. And for the UTMB, let me search that one. University of Texas. Texas medical branch. Remember, all this, they usually have the inquiry. Just send an email, they'll give you all the information, but don't sell yourself short. If you've done any course before, if you've done any program at all, always tell them. Okay, let me see. UTMB. Shh, this girl. So what I do, assuming you are the one searching for this, I'll go to their nursing. Oh yeah. When this person was sharing this with me, I did go onto their website to find out how. Go to their search section. International students. So guys, if you are still joining me, I'm trying to find the enrollment for nursing program in UTMB. Okay. Nursing. Yeah, so UTMB School of Nursing. Okay, let's go. School of Nursing. There you go. So basically it's the same steps. I'm going to share the school right now. It's the same step. Go to that school, apply as an international student, and then they are going to reach out to you and everything before they now offer you the particular program. You are the one to be able to like tell them these are the things that I've done in the past, and then based on your own case. So don't be this is what I'm learning about studying in the US. So when you go onto their school and you find out the school fees and everything, don't think that that's exactly going to be your case, especially if you have studied before, if you've done any degree before. This is my personal experience right here, and then the experience of this girl as well is the same. So if she already said, okay, this is the degree I've done, and she didn't tell them about their her other qualifications, she will just pay exactly like every other person. Okay, there you go. It's for international. So don't think it's exactly going to be the same, especially if you've done courses. I'm going to share the link now. I found it. There you go. That's the link for the second one. There are so many other ones as well. Let me share the Empower. Would I find it right now? So for the Empower one, let's see. I think this will now be our next live session. I'm going to go through their schools. If you want me to do that, let me know in the comment section. I'll go through their schools because it's from their schools I found that TTUHSC. So, what do you mean, Raymond? I don't understand what you mean about the organization. I just shared the school. For the organization is Empower Financing. So I said that if you're looking for if you are looking for schools, you go through their lists, apply to the schools that they already have. Empower Financing. I'm typing the name. Go through the schools that they already have partnership with, so that when you get admission in that school and then you consider your own funds, your own personal funds, or people helping you to study in that school, or you apply to the scholarships that they're already offering, and then you know, explore all these other funding options. If you're able to get the school fees and go to the school without a loan, fine. But if not, and you want to study like so many people in the US, like they use student loans, so international students that have that option of using that Empower Financing. So you can use this organization and apply to them, because already you know that your school has a partnership with them. It will be easier for you to get accepted, and then you're studying a course that will be easy for you to get a job, right? So it will be easy for you to get accepted. So that's the reason why you have to start from here. Anybody telling me that he wants to study in Canada or US, usually I will refer them to this list. It even makes it easy. You don't have to start looking for random schools. You just go through the schools they have. They have very good schools. They have, if it's for nursing, they have Johns Hopkins as their partner. They have University of Texas. So many schools in Texas, because the statistics, like many people study the three states in the US that many people study, like I think that's the highest, is Texas, California, and the New York. So, and they have so many schools in those cities. So instead of applying to other ones that you have to, if they don't give you scholarship and you don't have your own money, that's it, then go through their own list and apply. When you get admission, then you can go through them and see if they will fund it or not. If they don't, then that's fine, but at least you gave yourself the best shot, right? So you have, let me see if you have more questions. Yeah, you're welcome. Yes, Hajara, yes, I just shared. I really wish I can help her with the studying abroad thing. Honestly, just time to do all this research and, you know, share something that really works. So guys, I mean, the one I shared today is the one I've seen that really works, that has worked for someone. And she's not the only one. I've worked with a lot of people, or I am working with a lot of people that came into US with their own degrees back home, but obviously it's not that they came, maybe they came through family or all of that, and they came here and studied accelerated nursing courses. Usually less than 2 years they are done. So it's something that really works. It works that way, but it's good for you to have that information so that you will not come into the US and start afresh. I've seen people that did it, like they will just start afresh and all of that. But if you have the information, you know what, you have to negotiate. Me, I have to like ask them. They will offer me this school fees, and I would say okay, what other funding opportunities do you have? I know how I asked a lot of questions, and that helps me, right? Like I will ask them, if they offer me this one, I will tell them, okay, do you have another funding opportunity, until I got a good deal, right? So guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions at all, let me know. If I want to go live next time, I will consider those questions. Okay, thank you guys. I have to go now. My daughter is disturbing. Come and move. Okay, thank you.